Thanks for checking out today's video. We're looking at this Westinghouse iGen 4500 inverter generator. So we're going to dive in today doing an initial impressions review video of this. We're going to do an unboxing. We're going to look at this thing, break down some of the specifications it has, show you how it performs on our camping trip we're doing right now. So we're doing a 3-day camping trip, and at the end of this, we're going to show you kind of our initial impressions of how this generator is performing. All right, stay tuned. Let's dive into this video. So the first part of this video is going to be me unboxing this thing, assembling it, putting the oil in and all that. And then the second half is going to be us actually going out to the campsite and using this thing for a weekend and giving you some thoughts, impressions, and things like that of the trip that we have. So stay tuned. So I did take the side panel off this thing to see if the electric choke connector was plugged in, and you have to take the front off as well. And ours ended up being plugged in already, which was really nice. I don't know if you can see it all the way in there. I don't think so. I don't know if you can see it back in there, but it is plugged in, so that's good. We don't have to do anything else with this one. We're just gonna go ahead and put it back together, start this thing up. All right, we have our owner's manual. It's got some registration paperwork, some other emissions control stuff, blah, 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 blah. Quick start guide, and a maintenance schedule. Okay, that's pretty cool. You might check out the quick start guide. And it also comes with some other things here. So this is to put the oil in. It screws into the little threads it has. Let's see, must be a little toolkit. All right, looks like something to change your spark plug with. And then just a little screwdriver. So I guess in a pinch, if you didn't have any tools, which I strongly suggest you do carry, you got something, I guess. That's what this is. Little charger. And we have the oil. 4-stroke oil. All right. All right, we got the quick start guide out. It says add engine oil first. Unclip and remove the oil service panel to access the oil fill plug. All right, we got our oil fill on this side. Take the little door off. And you can tell there's probably a little bit of assembly oil and stuff in this thing still. So don't go ahead and pour the whole quart in. Go ahead and take the provided funnel. Go ahead and screw that into the threads. All right, so it's nice and tight. It does have a little rubber O-ring there, so it's not going to leak out. I ended up pouring the whole thing in, and it's perfect. Go ahead and put your dipstick back in. All right, now that we got the oil finished, we can go ahead and put in our door cover again. Next thing is to add some gas to the gas tank. All right, so when you get it, it's gonna be kind of just tied up here with a little plastic baggie. And you have to connect the two connections to the ground and to the hot here, the little split connector it has. So we're just gonna go ahead and clip those together. All right, and then put your battery back in the little tray area that it has. Then there's a little clip that holds it down. It's like a little rubber band type piece. And it holds it securely down in the bottom there. All right, make sure you run the band underneath the wires so it doesn't pinch the wires on top. All right, we should be golden now. Let's get this thing fired up. All right, so it has a nice depiction up here. So add oil, connect the battery, which we just did. We added fuel. We gotta turn the fuel on, turn the unit on. After you turn the power on, you have 3 options. You can manually start it with the little pull start here, which is a nice feature if your battery goes dead. Then you got electric start or remote start. So it comes with this nice little remote here. We'll try that out as well. Or you can just start it up here in the front with right here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn the fuel on. All right, and since it's the first start here, I would probably let this sit for, you know, at least maybe 20 seconds to let that fuel fill up in the carburetor before we turn this unit on. So we'll let that happen for just a second. All right, we've let it wait. We're gonna go ahead and turn the unit on and wish us luck. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Seems pretty good so far. Got a nice little data display. All right, seems to be idling really, really well. All right, seems to run really good. We'll catch up with you at the campsite. So we got this thing put together, all assembled at the house, and we're out here putting it to the test, but I kind of want to break down some of the specs that it has and show you what you're getting if you were to look at this Westinghouse. And it's made pretty good. Overall, I think the quality, it has like semi-rubber tires on it, which is something you don't get on every single inverter generator of this size. It weighs around 100 pounds. So it is a little hefty when you're trying to get it in and out of the truck, but you know, it puts out a lot of power. So that's one reason I wanted to get this one instead of like a smaller Honda or something like that. It has a really nice display panel, nice weatherproofed buttons and stuff and controls. So you do have your power button there, and then really easy on and off switch there. It does come with a remote, and I'll show you how to operate all of this here in a minute. I'm just kind of breaking down what this unit actually has. It does have an eco mode, and I usually do keep that enabled. It does have a little port right here. It came with a battery charger. So if you're looking to trickle charge that battery that this thing has, then you just plug it in right there. This is your fuel on and off switch. So before you transport, definitely turn it off. It does have that 30 amp plug, which is what we're gonna use it mainly for, to plug into our travel trailer. It does have a carbon monoxide alarm down here. That's pretty cool. And it does auto shut off if it does detect high levels of carbon monoxide. It does have 2 120 volt outlets, so that's nice as well. And if you're gonna run these parallel to each other, if you have another one, you can do that as well. So nice thinking there by Westinghouse if you want to plug another generator together with this. And then we'll show you the display here a little later on. It does have a fuel level as well as the load estimator over here. And then it also gives you a display of pretty much your existing runtime based on your fuel level and your load output. Kind of averages it out. Oh, I almost forgot. It does have 2 USB ports, so that's gonna be handy as well. You know, if you're not using this for a camper or a travel trailer, maybe if your power went out at your house or something like that, you could use this, charge your cell phones, things like that if you needed to. But overall, this thing can do quite a bit. It has a really nice rugged housing to it. One thing I like is this rubberized tray that it has up here if you were to spill your gas or something like that. It has a really nice 3.4 gallon gas tank on this thing. So really big tank. I mean, it's a big motor, so you're gonna be burning more gas than if you had one of those little Hondas. So it does come with a little pull around handle. So it's pretty easy to actuate. It has a button right here. You push down and it comes out. So you can use that handle, kind of wheel this thing around your campsite. You can kind of see the underneath here. It does have really beefy little foot pieces here. that are really nice and rubberized, so it's going to soak up all them vibrations and stuff that this motor is giving out. All right, then it stows away nice underneath the unit. I really like the grab handles here. I mean, that helps me get it in and out of the back of the truck. So, I mean, that's a pretty big lift to get this thing in the bed of a truck. But these handles definitely help out with that. On the other side here, it does have the exhaust that comes out the back, but the rest of it is fully enclosed. It has really nice padding. It's kind of soaking up all of the noise from inside the unit. There's the battery right there. All right, I'm gonna go through showing you a couple different ways you can start this unit. So let's say your battery's completely dead and you need to use the manual start. You do have to turn it to the on position, even though it might not illuminate that it's on. You can go ahead and pull it. All right, it starts up just like that. All right, and then the normal way to start this is you have your fuel on, turn it to the on position, and then all you have to do is hit the on button. So a nice little electric start system on this unit. All right, and then I'm going to show you the last option. It came with a remote. So let's say you wanted to leave this unit on inside your camper, just in case you wanted to power on your microwave or something like that, air fryer. It does come with a remote. All you have to do is leave this on. So all you have to do is push and hold the on button. All right, that way you don't even have to leave your camper. You can just kind of hit it from the inside and this thing's gonna turn on, power or whatever you need it to. Then when you want it turned off, all you have to do is hold the off button. So really simple to use remote right here. So we'll go through and do some different noise levels and stuff. And I don't have a decibel reader or anything like that, but so I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it, but I just want to show you guys the differences in the kind of the sound it makes when it's idling versus when it is under load and stuff, because we like to run an air fryer, microwave, different things like that. We use the 120 volt plugins quite a bit, so that's gonna all go into the load rating here, and you can hear it rev up and stuff. So we're gonna go through that and not necessarily get into the decibel readings, but just mainly looking at how this thing revs up. So you can see right there, it kicked up to about 15 hours left, just based on the load rating. So that's the load rating with an air fryer going. We have a couple lights on. We have a water machine plugged up, a couple other things, but it's only running at about 25%. Every now and then with the air fryer, it'll kick up to about 50%, but it's saying powers this thing pretty well. You can tell when the air fryer kicks in and out, it goes down like super low. All right, so this is under 25% load, and we're running a microwave right now and quite a few lights, as well as running the 120 volt to the pellet smoker, and that's just how loud it is. I'd say it's no. All right, this is with the air fryer going, microwave going. We got a heater on the inside going. It's still at 50%. You can kind of hear how much it's revved up right now. But this is about as much load as we've put on it the entire weekend. But overall, I mean, it's still not extremely loud for this size generator. It has very minimal vibrations, honestly, for an engine like this. So, I mean, the housing does a really good job. The rubber feet on the bottom do a really good job. But very impressed with the Westinghouse. You can tell air fryer kicked off just now. And we've ran this probably at least 6 to 8 hours the entire weekend. And you know, I filled it up and now it's only at half a tank, so it does pretty good on fuel consumption too. This thing is super quiet at idle though. And I do have the eco mode engaged right now. All right, right now we have the camper plugged into it, so it's pulling 30 amps. Also, we have our grill plugged in with just the 120, and This thing idled up a little bit, but even on eco mode, it's still pretty freaking quiet. Still nowhere near a normal generator sound. And this is on the eco mode. All right, guys, hopefully you like this video of this Westinghouse iGen 4500. It does have the 4500 watts, but 3700 running watts. This thing is a great buy, I believe, if you're looking for a new inverter generator this year. So we used it on this 3-day camping trip, and it has just performed flawlessly. I mean, we got lucky in the beginning anyway, because a lot of these come with that electric choke issue where it's not really an issue, but the plug isn't plugged in. So you do have to end up taking this apart. But we did that before we even started this thing up, just to verify that it was plugged in, and it actually was. So we got a good unit here. But I'm impressed with how quiet this thing is, as well as how smooth the operation is. I mean, once you fire this thing up, it just idles so smooth. I mean, some of the generators out there, you know, just don't run as smooth as you'd like them to. Especially in the eco mode, this thing really dials down the RPMs and runs really smooth. And honestly, you know, we've used this quite a bit. I mean, when we power our unit here, our camper, you know, it does pull a lot of load from this. So, you know, it's been under the stress this weekend, and it's just performed flawlessly, honestly. So if you're looking for a new generator this year, hopefully you like this video. This gave you a little insight of what you're going to be getting yourself into if you do go for one of these Westinghouse 4500s. But honestly, I think, from my opinion, it is a good buy. And, you know, keep an eye on these. We got it for like $680 on Home Depot, and I want to say they're normally around $1,100 to $1,200. So keep an eye on these. They might go back down in price. But thanks for checking out the video. Like and subscribe. We'll catch y'all later.